opinion, where the check? Where the check be? Your baby mama said your pussy ass a deadbeat. And I just dropped the 50 on the neck piece. Yeah, yeah. You know how I'm coming, niggas. You know how I'm playing. I'm just playing. That nigga said, what? I don't say that. He said, hold on, what he say? What'd you say? Prime time, hold up, some Isla Rhyme with the gold chain on. Prime time? No. Dolph, you be killing it with the way you put that shit on. Gold chain, gold glasses, diamonds prime time like Dion. Hey! Okay, anywho, let me stop playing. When it comes to the Most High people, pray all is well. Whether it's a grand rising, grand evening, grand afternoon, or a grand no chase. If you are here, freshly styled. If you are here, thank you. Pray all is well. If you read the title, y'all already know. For the people that been rocking with me since sliced bread, make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Why? So we all can be friends. You feel me? I'm about to go ahead and slide into these messages, these divine messages, and see what it's giving. Because it's pretty much giving the truth and always giving the truth. The divine truth. So help me, Most High. I put that on the Most High, so help me, Most High. I know they fucking with the shit. I saw 144. Okay, anywho. The messages that I'm dropping today. Okay, listen. It's gonna be different messages, but it's for you females. If you a female, and I'm not talking about ones who want to be a female. I'm talking about you were born one. Meaning you got titties, ass, and a vagina. Don't matter how big or flat they are, as long as you got it, right? You were born with a vagina. You are who I'm talking to, okay? So, ladies, one thing, remember when I said there's no divine feminines out there. And what I meant by to be displayed to the public. Okay? Y'all be thinking, listen, when you see a woman of my caliber, you think all this bad stuff. You see a woman of Holly's caliber, you think all this good stuff. The difference between me and Halle is, with me, what the fuck you see is what the fuck you gonna get. With Halle, she pretends to be sweet to the public, but behind closed doors, she's a harlot. This is why I made this video. It's for women who's supposed to be women. Y'all don't take accountability. Y'all do not take fucking accountability. I remember a couple of years back, way before I even tapped into my spirituality, I used to say, well, I must be a nigga because I don't do none of the shit females do. I don't. Y'all need to learn how to take accountability. What is the problem with taking fucking accountability? All you have to do is say when you're wrong. That's all you have to do. But no, y'all ladies like the fuck. Well, you're not a lady. You a harlot. Only harlots, only the devil daughters do not take accountability. If you are dealing with a woman and she's not taking accountability, that is not a woman. That's the devil's daughter. Cut her the fuck off. God Almighty daughters, divine feminine, say, oh, I apologize. I did that. I shouldn't have did that. Or I was wrong here. A harlot, I know she wrong, but her goal is to paint you out as the bad person. They like to point the finger at you. When that shit went down with Chris Brown, do you think Riri went all over the world? No. She wanted everybody to be on her side first. She didn't come out and say, well, you know what? I was all in his phone and I was biting him and hitting him while he was driving a vehicle, while a vehicle was in motion. I was just punching on him. You think that she said that? No. She said he beat her up in a car. Why? So everybody could dislike Chris Brown, but like her. I'm so sick and tired of you bitches. Y'all are not ladies. You're not a female. You are a harlot. Learn how to say you were wrong. Like certain shit, when niggas be like, oh, you a female, that's why I be like, these bitches ain't females, they harlots. Don't call them no female. They don't do what the fuck we do. If I'm wrong, I'm going to say I was wrong. I'm not going to walk around as if with my head held high, knowing damn well that I done fucked up. How the fuck can you do that? You can't. Only the devil's kids can do that. Because it's built in their essence to be of wickedness. That's how you can do that. Because a being that comes from God Almighty has a guilty conscience. The energy of God Almighty, of the divine, sits on a divine being spirit. Look out into the world and look at the females who are on Holly's side. If you are married to her, dating her, you done fucked up. You're connected to something that is far more dangerous, got negative energy, soul ties. What that mean? Gonna try to ruin your life. Y'all don't know the energy, aka the fumes behind a harlot. Try to make you be broke. Try to belittle you because you ain't got no money. Try to emasculate you. When a bitch like Riri and Halle can't control you, they become aggressive. They become verbally and physically abusive, just like niggas. Y'all think it's just niggas. Y'all think women is just getting beat up like men is not getting beat up by women, verbally and physically abusive. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Then y'all talking about postpartum. So this is how you know that these bitches are harlots. And if you're dating them, your bitch is one too. You need to cut her off. All of them was so quick to say what? She did all that to postpartum. To what? Justify fuck shit. Because if any of them bitches were a healed individual, they would have seen. She made these text messages way before she was even pregnant. So what does that mean? They don't take accountability. They want to point the fingers. Satan's sons and Satan's daughters, they like to blame others. If you know you're dealing with somebody where you know you're telling the truth, but they're trying to blame you or lie on you, that's because that's the devil's kids. That's exactly what the fuck it is. Then y'all listen to her song where she says she play her roles. Like shit just go over y'all head. Y'all thinking that Chloe is the fucked up one. No, it's Halle, not Chloe. If you go back and watch my readings from years ago, you'll hear me say this. Halle is the one with the smart ass, slick ass mouth. Halle is the one that don't know how to let people be left the fuck alone. I bet you when DDG said, let me go, show the clips of that. Show the clips of that. Every female, if you ain't had it happen, it's going to happen to you. You're going to at least get one because you have to know for yourself versus hearsay. Okay? If a nigga want to leave and you don't want him to leave and you can't take accountability and say, hey, I didn't want him to leave, you a harlot. How many times do a bitch tell a nigga to leave or a nigga say he gonna go? What bitches do? Exactly. Y'all need to stop listen, all you bitches that's taking up for Halle, wait till you see what God Almighty placed upon your ass. Because you can't shun the truth with a lie. When you sit up there and say, oh, she's doing this being mean because she has postpartum, you're shunning the truth with a lie. Because if you look at the text message, the bitch wasn't even pregnant. Halo wasn't even created yet. So where did the postpartum come from? So let me play right along with y'all. So if all the pedophiles in the world say that they're going through postpartum, does that justify it? Would you go over there and comfort them? Would you say it's all right that you touch those kids because you're going through postpartum? If the answer is fuck no, then you're going to use that across the board for everybody who has postpartum. Stop using fake ass illnesses as demons. That's what postpartum is. It's a negative spirit. Women who are loved correctly and love themselves correctly and who are enduring a happy pregnancy do not slip into postpartum. You want to know who slip into postpartum? Bitches with low self-esteem. Bitches who know that they fucked the wrong nigga. Bitches whose life is not good. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the fucking statistics. If you're a woman and you slipped into postpartum, let's be honest and let's be real. Was everything going right in your life? Because postpartum does not come from a fucking baby. That's what they want you to think. Postpartum comes from whatever the fuck they stuck you with or whatever the fuck you feel about yourself. That's what the energy is behind postpartum. Postpartum, when people go to the military, right, and they have that postpartum, right, that ain't have nothing to do with a baby. It's because of what the fake elite done to the military. Sticking them with shit, putting shit in their food. It's not just the war trauma that they saw. Some of them never saw war, but they have post-traumatic, they have PTSD. You need to stop saying, oh, I slapped her because I have trauma or I have this. No, it's just an excuse for you to do fucked up shit. Demons, meaning the devil's sons and the devil's daughters, will come up with shit that play on your emotional state and your vulnerability. What does that mean? Well, I'm bipolar. So, bah, maybe I could slap the bipolarness out your ass. One thing I'm not going to do is come to people rescue unless I'm for certain. Y'all came to that bitch rescue and watch how God Almighty fuck y'all up. I bet you y'all be going through postpartum and you ain't even pregnant, don't even got a baby, but you gonna have that energy on you. Why? Because you invited it. You said a bitch had postpartum and she didn't have postpartum. And even if she did have postpartum, God Almighty said you don't treat people the way she treated them. How the fuck postpartum gonna make you stab somebody? Huh? Haley didn't stab. If she didn't stab, she tried to stab him. If I try to stab a nigga, I'm going to be honest and be real because I wanted to hurt your ass. See, y'all be dealing with bitches that's like Halle. So then later on down the line, you be thinking you got the best of the best. And then you see that, oh, it was an altar energy. That's because it comes from the devil. Anything that's altar is the devil. You're seeing what I'm showing you, right? See, when you see by you hearing me, you be like, oh man, this bitch gonna be too much, da. Come find out, I'm the simplest thing. Mind my business, be out the way, don't cause you no trauma. But you thought Halle was the best thing for you. Come find out, that's the worst bitch for you. She toxic. Y'all need to stop looking for what toxicity look like, because it's not a look, it's an energy. It's how they make you feel, okay? So by you looking at me, you can say I'm toxic. And by looking at Halle, you can think she's the sweetest thing. But then you can fuck with both of us and see that she's the toxic one. Because I'm not going to force you to do shit. You want to know why? Because ain't nobody going to force me to do nothing. I give what the fuck I put out. If I don't want you doing something with bitches, I'm not going to get pregnant and then try to control you with a baby. See, I'm a divine feminine. I can control you without purposely controlling you. What do I mean by that? By treating you nice, by loving you correctly, bringing you peace, being a good Samaritan, minding my business, not being in drama. So if I say something like, hey, you want to go to the park? My nigga can hate the park, sure. Why he going to the park? Because the love and the shit that I give him, he want to make sure he give that back. He protects me and take care of me. Halle is mad because DDG does content with bitches. Before Halle, DDG was a content creator. Was he or was he not? This is what y'all bitches' problem is. Y'all bitches are unhealed mental patients. You will meet a nigga in a club or meet a nigga doing something, and then you will want to change him once you get him. That's a mental patient. If I meet a nigga in the club, why would I try to get with him and then try to... Y'all don't use common sense or logic. So, Halle is an unhealed individual. She's a person who has a nasty ass temper and she cannot control her emotions. What does that mean? She knew DDG was a content creator, so when she see him doing videos with bitches, she be jealous and be mad. Why are you jealous? It's just fucking content. It's just fucking content. If it was some truth behind it. See, this is why I call these bitches mental patients. Because there's no truth behind it. Meaning, he's telling you, this is content. The bitches, he's even telling you you can meet the bitches, but you're too unemotionally stable to say, hey, I'm Halle. Why? Because you're prideful and egotistical. You won't shit your fucking way. That's a problem with a lot of you bitches. 85% of the bitches in the world want shit to go their fucking way. You don't know the word of compromise. If you meet a man, bitches, and he's doing something, don't try to change him. How about you change the nigga you're fucking with? Because when you go try to change a nigga, you only gonna be the bad person. Remember that. Take accountability. She couldn't control him. Then he taking Halo doing all this shit. She's trying to control him with a baby. Y'all are so stupid. Do y'all not know how many men go through this, fight a silent battle? This is why they have postpartum. Nobody believes them. Nobody da. One thing I never do is lie on a nigga. Why? Because I common sense know how the world treat them. Like that fuck nigga, right? Everything that I said that bastard did, he did. Why would I lie on him? I didn't make shit up. I'm a divine feminine, not a harlot. It was one time he said something to me and I said, you know what? Let me apologize because you ain't have to say that. What's that called? Accountability. Divine beings take accountability. When y'all look out into the world and you are dealing with anybody, whether it's on TV, in person, if they're not taking accountability, there's nothing else to say to them. Walk away. They belong to the devil. Only the devil people do not take accountability. Not one time did she get out and apologize to that boy publicly. Not one time. She needs fucking help. See, this is why we have fucked up adults, because you enable her bullshit. Oh, she going through postpartum, da. Got a demon feeling like they doing something. No, you put your foot on Halle neck. You're wrong, baby girl. And you're toxic. You don't take no accountability. To use a baby as a pawn, you are the devil. The only innocent motherfucker in here who's for certain to be innocent is Halo. Y'all always talking about you want to be the best parents. You want the best for... No, the fuck you don't. What she doing don't got shit to do with Halo. All the world can see. He's not a fucking hindrance to his son. It's never about Halo. If you stop projecting, you're mad because your baby daddy reminds you of what the fuck Halle them going through. Stop looking at it from a biased perspective, because that's why God Almighty gonna beat your biased ass. Can't nobody say it's about that baby. Okay, if it is, then what danger have you seen that boy put that boy in? Do DDG, or are you afraid of DDG being around Halo? See, this is where I'm going to put my foot on everybody's neck who try to justify fuck shit. Everybody in the world, even the blind, can see that boy loves Halo. That boy will go up, but that boy will do anything. So it's never about the baby. If the parent ain't taking care of the kid, then it is about the baby. So now that we know that it's not about Halo, so what is it really about, Brit? The bitch not being able to control his ass. It's niggas out in the world that's gonna hear this and they gonna say she not lying. Why? Because don't nobody hear them. Y'all bitches are a disgrace. That's why I used to say I was a nigga, because I never do the fuck shit that you do. If I pulled out a knife to stab a nigga and somebody say da, I'm gonna say, yeah, I did. I was unhealed. I was toxic. My head wasn't on right. Why? Because it's the truth. And I'm going to take accountability. That shows that I'm a healed ass individual. That shows I'm a grown ass woman. That shows you when I'm in the wrong, I'm not going to justify it or point the finger on you. Riri, it was a bitch in the comments talking about the same people who talk about Halle is not innocent is the same ones who probably believe that Riri instigate. I said, bitch, y'all listen. These harlots are trying to destroy men's career based off of lies. Only the devil kids. Listen, in a relationship, only the devil kids go around gossip, still talk about people. That's the devil kids, I'm telling y'all. Be lying. A nigga hit me in my chin and went around and told people that I hit him first. So that's why he hit me. So why do you think he said that? See, me knowing the truth, y'all don't know the truth. But me knowing the truth, I say why. Oh, so he can justify. So it can make it seem like that's why he hit me, because I hit him first. And then what also does that show? You a lame, ball-ass nigga. You a coward. You don't stand on what the fuck you do. You like to throw rocks and hide your hand. It also shows that you a punk pussy and you like people to be on your side. I can keep going. And he older than me. 3 years older than me. See, when somebody wicked is doing something but you know the truth, you know the diagnosis of the mental patient. DDG knows the diagnosis of the mental patient. Y'all don't. That's why I keep telling y'all, when people going through shit, I don't speak on nothing that they got going on. Why? Because I don't want that shit in my energetic force field. You'll be surprised at who doing what and who not. Y'all thinking DDG the problem. She is, all because she don't got no fucking control. Only the devil kids want control over somebody else. Only the devil kids want to tell you what you can and cannot do. Only the devil kids will get with you knowing that you make content with bitches or whoever, and then thinking because they with you that they gonna have. She thought wrong. That's what she thought. That means the mindset is conflicted. It's a lot of niggas that are DDG and don't nobody speak up and take up for them. Look at Chris Brown. It's 2025 and he's still getting mistreated bad. All over some lies. I'm sitting here telling y'all, I know the world will be different when my son come out, but I'm letting y'all know now. Any of you bitches that got, that's what I'm telling you. You better raise your daughter right, because if a bitch like Halle try to come across my motherfucking son, I'm gonna beat her motherfucking ass. I'm not playing, because won't none of you stank pussy bitches, Harlots, Jezebel daughters touch my motherfucking son, because ain't no motherfucking way you gonna justify your fucked up activities. If you wrong, you wrong. That bitch is wicked. Because to sit up, listen, I'm gonna show you how wicked she is. She know that both of them are public figures. That's what I'm saying, tell you, she wicked. She trying to ruin that boy. Why? Because she's hurt. Instead of healing herself, going to see a therapist, she trying to ruin him. When a person wants to ruin you because you don't want to fuck with them or they don't got no control, they belong to the devil. You can't say she belong to God Almighty. What about her screams God Almighty? Oh, the fake mask that she presented to y'all? Y'all don't know that little girl. You do not know her. Y'all walking around saying she's sweet and innocent, but you don't fucking know her. So you mean to tell me you're saying she's sweet and innocent? DDG fucking her, got a kid with her, but he don't know her. Common sense and logic. I remember when a bitch told me, I know shit about your brother that you don't know. And I told her, that's possible. I'm not gonna say that she lied. She's around my brother more than I am. She's fucking him. Y'all be sitting up here trying to, oh, she's sweet. She played for the Little Mermaid. And the bitch is wicked, pulling knives out on nigga because a nigga won't what? Do what she say? So you mean to tell me that's cool? Because she didn't have postpartum then. So now what y'all bitches are saying now? I bet you won't none of them bitches apologize. I bet you bitches don't take accountability. Weak ass bitches. In the comments. DDG, he's fuckface and da-da-da. Y'all bitches is stupid. This why niggas don't confide in y'all hoes. This why niggas don't feel safe around y'all. Then when they come around women like me, y'all be jealous. Because we're not doing the fuck shit that you're doing. When a nigga come to us, we hear them. We see them. The fuck? He's a black man. They already got enough shit going on in the world. Why is you teaming up with the oppressors to take them out? Let's pat her, y'all. Let's clap for Halle. A black man who building something for her son. Because I guess she don't think that Halo is hers too then. Why the fuck you trying to destroy his shit? What's his is Halo's. People, when you see a couple going through stuff, I don't give a fuck if it's your daughter, whoever the fuck it is. Take a step back and analyze. Make sure you're working with facts. So then when you come up to both parties, you can put foot on both of their necks and get everybody right. That's healthy. When somebody is wicked and you got their back, that's toxic. You are enabling their fuck shit. That's why they don't heal. That's why we got a lot of these Harlots and Jezebels in the world. It's men that have been tormented by fucking bitches. And because they look sweet and innocent, or that's what the fuck you think, nobody believes them. See, when I first started out, I had they back. And this is why bitches didn't like me. Oh, she trying to be a pick-me, bitch. I'll never be a pick-me because I'm always picked. Meaning, I don't have to do extras. Niggas just pick me. The fuck? No, I'm speaking truth. When those bitches was calling me pick me's, why would they call me pick me's? Because I was speaking on the fuck shit that they do. If you are a female and you know that you out there doing fucked up shit, take accountability. Because if you don't, you belong to the devil. And you can't come back from that. Meaning, well, I'm gonna start taking. No, you're only trying to take accountability so you can trick somebody. Divine feminines never let it get to the social media knowing that she pushing out lies. When my business was put out to the social media with me and my ex-boyfriend, even when, listen, the nigga did me wrong. When motherfuckers would say something that wasn't right, even if he didn't do it for me, I didn't give a fuck. I would correct him. Why? Because you wasn't gonna tie no lies with me. And I wasn't gonna stand beside no lies. If the nigga didn't do it, then he didn't do it. Y'all bitches not like that. Look how she let it get to the public. Because why? She wanted to destroy him. But then when that nigga said, because he didn't let the left hand know what the right hand was doing. When that nigga pull her mask off and revealed her to the public, just like the demonic demon she is. What does she do? Oh, I'm going through postpartum, or I'm the young, just like a bitch. Just like a bitch. That's why I tell you, women and bitches are different. Bitches don't give a fuck what happens as long as it goes their way. A divine feminine only want to stand on the right side. So if by standing on the right side means she got to apologize or she got to do something, she don't give a fuck. She's want to do it. I never know that I'm being the chaos behind closed doors and letting it get to the media like that. I don't give a fuck how much hate I have for that nigga. I would get on there and say, y'all stop doing that. He's not. That's not what's going on. All that to clear that up. That's all it takes. She don't do that. Why? Because she wants to hurt him. When somebody, y'all listen, hurt people. Healed people heal people. I'm a healed person. That's why I'm healing people. She hurt, so she wanted to hurt him. Let's see if she put her grown panties on and come out to the public. And if she do it now, it's because everybody knows who the fuck she is. A divine feminine is already taking accountability. When somebody, whether it's a fuck nigga or a fuck bitch, after the mask or after they expose, when they want to take accountability, like the bitches, right? That's copying me on my tarot. When you see them try, why they doing that? It's to save face. It's not for the right reasons, because if it was, they would have did it the first time. Y'all be letting people do shit, wicked shit. Then when they mask get revealed, they apologize or something, and then you sweep it up under the rug. No, not I. Bitch, you should apologize the first time. You're only apologizing because the world know how you really are, how you really treat DDG. I don't fuck with her. Period. And for those of you who say that's fucked up, I don't give a fuck. If you're willing to try to, for your anger, your emotional state, you want to hurt somebody or ruin something that they put hard work in because you're mad, because they won't listen or do what you want to do. Fuck you. I won't ever fuck with that little girl. And I don't give a fuck how old she is. Because you're trying to ruin him. If this shit would have stayed behind closed doors, or the nigga wasn't in the social media like that, like his job wasn't content creator, cool beans. But she's doing this to destroy him because she's hurt. Instead of healing her little weak ass. She wanna take him down. Does that sound like sweet and innocent? That sounds like a narcissist. Females do not know. Harlots, you right, God Almighty. Jezebels do not take accountability. So if you're dealing with a female, she don't never take accountability. That's not a woman. That's not a lady. That's a harlot. That's a Jezebel. I'm telling you, those are the only energies, a succubus. Those are the only energies that don't take accountability. Is the devil's kids, whether it's male or female. So if you're dealing with anybody and they do not take accountability, that is Satan's. That's the devil kids. Cut them off. It don't matter who the fuck it is. Like, I be trying to help y'all, because if you dealing with, like, if you a nigga right now and you like, man, this bitch don't never take accountability, cut her off. It don't matter if she's the mother of your kid. It don't cut her off. That's the devil. She is the devil's daughter. Why would you want to be fucking the devil? That's basically what you're doing. Sleeping with the devil, eating with the devil, riding with the devil. That's what the fuck you're doing. I'm warning you now before you can end up like DDG or worse, sir. How many niggas done ended up in jail because a bitch pulled a knife out on you. That's what I'm sitting here telling y'all. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. Y'all not gonna be doing these men like this. If a man is a fuck nigga, then he's a fuck nigga. But if a nigga not a fuck nigga, don't make him out to be a fuck nigga. You the fuck bitch. Take accountability. That boy, he didn't have no reason to hit me at all. None. I didn't pull no knife on him. I didn't do shit. So when I went to go press charges, he tried to call me a snitch and do all this stuff. Why? To make me to try to use a narcissist way to stop him from being punished, knowing that he did wrong. That's a narcissist. That's the devil's son. It's nothing he can say or do. I don't give a fuck who he go tell. 10 times out of 10, he around low vibrational people. He not around nobody that's important. I don't give a fuck who he talking to. He ain't talking to nobody that's gonna meet me at my level on the frequency of vibration. So who gives a fuck? And if he did, they gonna see through him. Quit justifying fuck shit. It is some men out here that really didn't do shit, and it's fuck niggas. I had a fuck nigga. DDG not treating her like that. She's a liar. And for those of you who saying how you know, because I'm looking at the energy. When she say stuff, he puts his head down, shake his head, and she pushes him to get angry. And when he get angry, y'all, he packs up, he leaves. And when he leaves, she be texting and calling and then telling him how he can't see Halo. He don't pin her up against the wall and whoop her ass. She don't be sitting in the back seat and he turned around for no reason and just punched her in the chin. He's not doing her like that. She's the aggressor. Why you think why you think Chloe don't be saying too much? Because she know her fucking sister. Y'all don't know Halle. Y'all listen, stop coming to people rescues because you could be coming for a bitch rescue and the whole time she trying to destroy your nigga. You don't want to be on that side because when God Almighty come to protect that man, you think God Almighty gonna say, oh, well, you were just taking up for your friend. No, God Almighty gonna beat your ass too. Stop stop tending to other people's business unless you know you're for certain. All y'all speaking on this shit, all y'all bitches that spoke on her, try to make it seem like she was the best of the best. I bet you your life be fucked up. I bet you, even if you got a good nigga, I bet you it becomes shitty. I bet you. Why? Because you invited that energy. You tried to shun the truth with a lie. She got postpartum, then you got justifiable energy. So anytime somebody do something to you, they're gonna justify it. Remember, whatever the fuck you tend to, you invite. Remember that. Remember, the reason why you idolize and speak on these people is because of what? The devil. So what? The fake elite. God Almighty didn't create the shit that y'all play in. Social media and all this shit is what I'm telling you. So when you are doing evil shit or you're not for certain if you're following behind an evil person, I want you to know this. God Almighty is not going to hear you out. God Almighty going to put belt to ass, period. God Almighty don't give a fuck about, oh, well, I didn't know. Oh, well, now you know, bend over because you're going to get your ass beat. So that's why when people say, oh, can you take up? No, I'm not taking up. I'm going to read the energy because you could be taking up for the devil. And then when your life is good and shitty shit happen to you. That's what I'm telling you. People be acting like they're your friend, but they know that they dislike you. So they put you in drama. They put you in mess. I'm telling you, stay the fuck away from people like that. Fellas, if you talking to her, just started, listen, I don't give a fuck how fat the ass is. I don't give a fuck, cut her off. Because DDG is still making money and still doing this. You might not be so lucky. You could get put behind bars. You can die. She can say something like anything can happen. So cut her off. Do not deal with no female that don't never see no wrong in her doing. Don't deal with no female that don't know how to apologize. Don't deal with no woman that know that you do this, but try to change you during the relationship. Write this shit down. Go get y'all niggas, go get you a pen and paper. Because you need to write this shit down. When bitches show you these characteristics, run. You will avoid so much shit. Then God Almighty will show you that you avoided. That same girl might mess with one of your friends or family members, or you might see some shit that she in on Facebook or some type of social media. Where you could say, damn, I did right. I dodged the bullet. But y'all not doing that because you letting bitches shoot you. Bah, 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 bah. You ain't dodging the bullet. You like hit me right here, specifically in my heart. Like y'all stupid. As a man, and I'm not talking to Satan's sons, I'm talking to God Almighty men, divine masculine gods. You deserve, how many of y'all where bitches done lied on you? Right? That's what I'm saying, telling you. I'm an advocate for what's right. You don't deserve that. DDG don't deserve that. Am I saying he innocent? No. But the stuff that she's trying to say he guilty of, he is not. And I feel like the reason why he's not innocent is because he know, he's not giving in to what she's saying. And he know that it could trigger her or hurt her. I'm not saying he's going to do shit on purpose. Like when she said, hey, well, can you not do this with her? Like, y'all remember DDG wasn't streaming with bitches for a while, and the bitches they was streaming with was like his sister or bitches that came with other stuff. You not about to sit here and say that man went. That's what I'm saying, telling you, no. I feel like maybe when she pushed him to the point he could have cussed her out and yelled. That's because she pushed him. So that's why I'm saying he not innocent. Because could he walked away on some stuff? Yeah, but he didn't put his hands on her. And if he did, it was to restrain her from doing stuff to him. Like, she used to threaten herself. Talking about, come on. I'm going to hurt myself. That's toxic. If you going through that or you went through that and you took accountability, that means you learned from it. I'm not saying that all divine feminists is not going to know. When we go through that or we act like that, we take accountability. That's what removes the energy. Y'all want to act like you want to keep up a look or a role, knowing damn well that ain't what the fuck you embody. Fellas, stop letting these bitches treat you like that. Cut their ass off today. You deserve genuine love too. Y'all know how the world is. Well, not the world. Y'all know how society made the world against y'all, especially your black man. Set yourself up to win. Why would you deal? Oh man, her ass is fat, but she don't take accountability. She gonna drag you through the mud, baby. She gonna take you up through hell and back. If you a grown ass man and you just want a female that you can make money with or just chill with, blah, 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 get you a divine feminine. And if the divine feminine want to be married, but you know that you don't want that, leave her alone. Or tell her that first before you leave her alone. Because she might be down. Go get you somebody that's going to say, hey, you know what? I was wrong. And I apologize. Because as a man, you need to hear that. When somebody calls you harm, you need to know that your feelings are validated as well. You need to know that you're heard and you're being seen. Do not deal with bitches who want to deprive you from that or take that from you. Those are Satan's daughters. I'm here to tell you, no, they can't become a divine feminine as Satan's daughter. A divine feminine automatically takes accountability. She'll never allow you to believe a lie. So, if you a man and you a good man, well, notice I said man, because fuck niggas ain't, you feel me? Don't deal with bitches there. I'm telling you, go ahead and see the signs. She's not going to take accountability. She's going to always blame you. She's going to always feel like she's right. I'm telling you, you don't want that. That's a narcissist. Only person that's always right is God Almighty. If I do something to hurt your feelings, I'm apologize. Why? Because I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not going to walk around and tell other people lies about you. A nigga really punched me in my chin and was toxic, but I don't go around telling people. And that's the truth. Like, he really did. But motherfuckers like to go around and lie. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's allowing people to just make up stuff when she could just come out and tell the truth. That's Satan's son. That's Satan's daughter. Because they need people. Listen, Satan kids are not emotionally stable. So they act out of, they throw temper, like they don't have no control over themselves. So if they get angry, they don't know how to just do something adult way. They want to break your shit. They want to lie. They want to make you seem like the bad person. They do all this extra shit, but what is right? When I get pissed off, I don't start blanking on people. I remove myself. Now, if you evil or wicked, oh, I'm not removing myself and putting my foot on your fucking neck. But if you are a man out there and you just met somebody cut off, she's not the one for you, I'm telling you. You're going to be arguing with that bitch to the point where the veins is popping out your neck and your fucking forehead. Do you know what type of energy do you know what type of toxins be distributed through a man's body when that happens, when he gets that type of rage? You fuck your money up. You send these type of toxins that go straight to your sacral chakra and block it, meaning you can't manifest, meaning money and all this shit. That's what I'm telling you. Some of these bitches know that they harlots and they do it on purpose to make you go without. Same shit for bitches if you messing with a narcissistic nigga, the devil's son. They want you to not have nothing, so you have to come back to them, or you have to rely on them, or you need them. But the beauty about gods and goddesses is we only need and rely on God Almighty. That's why they always fail in that category. Thinking that we're going to want them back. No, we're of the divine. We be the ones that you want back. She want DDG back. Instead of her, listen, ladies, listen, when you want a man, don't go about it the toxic way. The way that you want to go about it is toxic. Oh, well, I'm just going to talk to another nigga and make him jealous. That'll make him want me. Why the fuck would you do that? Like yesterday, I told married women, I said, hey, call another nigga, meaning like a plumber. Not a nigga that you fucking. No. Like, be like, oh, well, I called the plumber and we're going to pay. He going to go out there and fix it then. Oh, well, the garage, you said you was going to clean the garage out. Call 2 men to come clean the garage out. They got companies and businesses. Then that nigga go out there. I even told you what the fuck it was. I said, that's a mind game, but hey. Why did I say that? Because that's what the fuck it is. Let me tell you something. If I'm dealing with a guy and I don't want him talking to females, guess what the fuck I'm going to say? Hey. But I'm not going to say it in a way where I feel like I own him. I'm going to be, hey, I don't like you talking to females because it does something to my spirit. And maybe I'm insecure and I need to work on that. And I know that or da-da-da-da. But it's making me feel some type of way. So while I'm working on healing myself, do you think that you can do that? And if he say fuck no, then that means I don't need to be talking to him. If he's trying, then that's somebody that's going to believe in the word compromise. That's somebody you can work with anything in life. If you tell them something, they're going to listen. That you see what I'm saying? Y'all be wanting to build with people who you say that to and or whatever. You feel me? And you be trying to make it, like force it. Fuck no. I never tell my nigga to leave knowing that I want him to stay. See, you bitches be thinking that y'all healthy and you're a goddess. No, you're not. You a harlot. You're toxic. To tell a nigga to leave when you want him to stay, that's toxic. It don't matter what age you are. If you do that, you're toxic. You need to heal before you be getting in any relationship or open your legs. You a grown-ass woman telling a nigga to leave, but you really want him to stay. Something is wrong with you. Your dumb ass. Y'all thought that shit was cute. No, you look like a mental patient. I'm not going to tell my nigga to leave when I really want him to stay. And vice versa. With you niggas. It don't stop telling me what the fuck you say. Y'all be trying to hurt a person. Why? Because you're hurt. A nigga can hurt me. But if that's not how I feel, I'm not going to say it back. Because I'm not hurt, even if I am hurt. A nigga can hurt me. I'm not going to say, ooh, I hate your guts back. Knowing damn well I love a nigga. Y'all stupid. That's why people be confused with you. When I tell a nigga I don't love you, that's what the fuck I mean. When I say I don't want to fuck with you, that's what the fuck I mean. All you gotta do is ask me. Oh no, I don't like you. Bye. But a lot of y'all, the people that I cut off, you don't gotta ask me. You know I don't fuck with you. Have I reached out to you? Fuck no. Y'all are the problem. When people like me say something, they think it's a lie. Stop doing that. You're toxic. You shouldn't be dealing with nobody. You need to be alone. Because you're hurt and you're only going to hurt people. They didn't cut you, so why is you bleeding on them? Because you're toxic. You done made it this age, this far, and you're toxic. About to give a fuck about the brand new house or whatever the fuck you just copped. You're toxic. Mean what the fuck you say. I'm not about to go talk to another nigga to make my nigga jealous. That's toxic. I'm going to be grown and go communicate what the fuck my emotions are. Why? Because I'm emotional stable. I have control over my emotions. Whether you male or female, quit doing that shit. Because if you do that, I want you to know you belong to the devil. You are not of God Almighty. Because God Almighty people don't do that. We mean what the fuck we say and say what the fuck we mean. Fuck faces. Y'all some toxic ass motherfuckers. You 40-some years old, 50 years old, and you doing that toxic. Don't matter what age you are. You toxic than a motherfucker. You do childish shit. If you a nigga doing that, you ought to be shamed. Because you're supposed to be a fucking man. Meaning testosterone energy. See, bitches is emotional. Not justifying it, because they shouldn't be doing it either. They should have control over their fucking emotions. But as a nigga, if you do that fuck shit, come on, you a bitch ass nigga. And your mama a bitch too that need to get slapped. Somebody need to slap your mama. Don't know how to treat a lady. The fuck? Y'all will go out and you be in love with a bitch, but you want to go make her jealous. You're toxic. Instead of going to her and telling her, well, you know what, da-da-da-da. When you go about shit that way, that shows you an unhealed individual. That shows that you're messy, you're drama. That means you ain't got no growth in nothing. You're not a positive of anything. You're straight negative. Y'all out here talking about we gonna make America great again. No, the fuck you not. You fucking it up with your nasty ass, low vibrational, low budget ass energy. The fuck is wrong with y'all? The nigga piss you off, you going to go make Facebook posts. It's a nigga that killed himself and killed the girl. And they was all on live. Like, this is what's happening in the world because y'all are unstable. Y'all toxic. When somebody is not making you happy, remove yourself. God Almighty is only going to allow it to be destruction. What happened with them? Now they both dead. Now neither one of them here. Now they're both dead. Because they don't know how to cut each other off because they're toxic. A lot of y'all are over the age of 18 and you deal with somebody that you argue with all the fucking time. Y'all always got drama and problems. Y'all are toxic and you love toxic shit. You do not belong to God Almighty. God Almighty people reside in peace. Calm, cool, and collected. Therefore, we can stay centered. If you dealing with somebody that physically, verbally, whatever, abuse you, it's because you like toxic shit. You love it. But you like to go out to people and tell them because you like the attention. See, you see how all this shit is demonic? They rather have all this negative shit going on just for them to get attention. Just for them to feel validated for doing fuck shit. What do I mean by that? Halle Land, y'all think she had postpartum. Now, one time did she come out and make a public statement and apologize or do any of that? But instead, she gonna drop a song to try to make y'all, to play off y'all vulnerability to feel sorry for her. See, when you high vibe, you don't feel sorry for shit. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I never feel sorry for that bitch when I looked at all her fucking energy. She is the initiator. If they had 10 problems, 9 of them belong to her. I'm going by energy. Why? Because she's unstable. When it comes to her emotions, she has no control. If I was her, I would be single and pour into myself. Be alone. Why? Because you don't want to display that type of energy in front of nobody. You don't want to put people through that type of emotional damage. You don't want to be a part of the problem. You want to be a part of the solution. And the solution always resides within yourself. And she's not looking for a solution. She's looking for a problem. That's why she's blaming DDG. As a woman that take accountability, I know what the solution is. It's within yourself. I never be a part of the problem. One thing about my common sense and not my emotional state is, if I find myself seeing, because I got common sense, I use the truth. Hey, you know you shouldn't do this, da. I don't trick myself. If I find myself being a part of the problem, what the fuck I'm going to do? I got the ability, the maturity to take a step back and say, this ain't right, remove yourself. Whenever I see myself, I check myself, and you have witnessed me check me. When you can check yourself, you leave no room for other people to check you. What do I mean by that? Because you check yourself. People that's getting checked is because they leave a lot of space for people to check them. Like Halle, she left a lot of space for people to check her. A bitch like me, you can't check me because I don't leave space. Why? Because I'm on my... I get on myself. Oh, you know you shouldn't do that. Y'all remember, I said it on my live. I said, even though a nigga was toxic, right? That don't give me the right to be toxic or to be mean, right? He did something and I apologize. Even if the nigga was a fuck nigga. Why am I saying that? Because it don't matter. Right is still right. Wrong is wrong. Afterwards, not like directly afterwards, months or weeks later, he hits me in my chin. Do I still feel the same way I felt about that moment that happened when I said, okay, I should have did that? Yeah. It don't matter because right is right. Wrong is wrong. When he said what he said, I didn't have to say nothing slick back. After the nigga punched me in my chin, I still stand on that. Why? Because right is right, wrong is wrong. I do not allow my emotional state to change my judgment or the character of me. When you allow your emotional state to do that, you are toxic. You are unhealed. You are damaged. You are broken. You are low vibrational as fuck. So, if you're on this channel and you find yourself falling in any of those categories, what that means? You need to be single and you need to work on you. And you need to start taking fucking accountability and stop pointing the fucking finger at people. You are part of the problem. It's over billions of fucking adults, allegedly adults, that's like this. And they walking around thinking they top tier, something to be picked. Like something to be crowned. Something that you build a bloodline with. No, the fucking none of y'all motherfuckers are. People like myself, when we view ourselves as top tier, they be mad. Because we what they want to be. We what they wish they was. Or what they wanted in life. Satan kids be holding themselves in high regards for what? Ain't shit. You ain't bringing nothing to the table but negative vibes. I got a mansion with negative vibes. I got money with negative vibes. I got a fat ass with negative vibes. I got a big dick with negative vibes. You see where I'm going with this? Anything you come with is negative. Don't nobody want that. That belongs to God Almighty. Because we'll go live in a studio apartment with positive vibes over a goddamn mansion with negative vibes. See, your physical will say, well, we got all this space. Divine beings prioritize happiness, peace, joy, love, realness. You prioritize being emotional. You prioritize being not mentally stable. You prioritize toxicity. When you lie, cheat, gossip, copy, you prioritize negative shit. And that's what comes to you. Like, how can you say law of attraction? If you prioritize negative shit, that's what comes back to you. Ain't no abundance or no rewards. So people that copy, people that be thinking rewards are going to come back. No. You prioritize negative shit. The energy is negative. That's what's going to come back to you. Oh, you thought money or would no. Whatever the fuck you prioritize, come back. All them horns. I was waiting for it. Stop letting these, whether you are male or female, stop attaching yourself to Satan kids because they're going to play the victim when they really the fucking suspect. Divine beings do not play victim when we're the suspect. A divine being will even take accountability when we shouldn't. Or be apologizing. That girl lied and took them people money. And I apologized to them. Why did I do that? Because you still apologize, even if you feel me. Just to let a motherfucker know, like, that shit ain't right. And I gave them free readings after she took their money. If y'all want a healthy relationship, whether it's a friendship, family ship, spouse ship, make sure you attaching yourself to a healthy candidate. Y'all sit back and watch movies or other people say, well, I want real love. I want to be. What are you doing to get it? Are you setting yourself up to win or fail, knowing that this nigga or this bitch is toxic? You not going to get your happy ending with that motherfucker. Give up. You give up on wickedness. Outside of that, divine beings don't give up. Why? The energy behind giving up on wickedness is meaning you wash your hands, you done with it. You gonna let somebody else experience that toxic shit because you want better. You want happiness. If you a woman and you want a man to truly love you, you must first truly love yourself. That's why you don't run into a man that truly loves you. Niggas, I'm for certain, really love me because I love me. That's why. It's not no, oh, because they doing no. It's the energy that you embody. You can see an ugly woman get a nigga that you would think a pretty bitch would get. Why? It's the energy she embody. Confidence. Some men is attracted to confidence. I'm a confident woman. That's why I know these things. When you not a confident woman, you don't know that men are attracted to it. Why would you know? You're not confident. Heal yourself, whether you male or female. You attract better suitors when you put in the work on yourself. When you lie, cheat, steal, that's all you gonna get. When you come across a good one, that's where you might want to let them loose off the rip. Like, just go ahead and say, nah, I don't want none of that. Because guess what? You are unhealed and you not gonna treat that person right. And that's God Almighty setting your ass up for failure, basically. Because when you get that person and you're toxic, you're going to put toxic shit. You're going to be toxic to them. That's a good person. God Almighty going to beat your ass, whether they male or female, because they belong to God Almighty. Imagine you being toxic, you treating people like shit, then a good person pop up in your life. I'm telling you, listen to me. That's God Almighty. Get ready to put belt to your ass. So if you know that you not healed, go ahead and tell that person today or as soon as you meet them, go on about your business. Because you got one time to do anything outside of peace and positivity to somebody that God Almighty sent. That's why I be telling y'all. Like, how you know, like, this is why I know when people don't be real with themselves. If all the candidates that you've been dealing with are fuck faces or not good, like fuck niggas or fuck bitches, and you run across a good man or a good woman, I'm telling you what that is energetically and spiritually. That's God Almighty testing your ass, and you about to get beat real bad. Y'all don't look at it that way because you're physical, spiritually. You've been having ain't shit niggas, then you get a good man. You better do right by him or go about your business. How do you sit up here and have 13 fuck niggas? I mean, 14 fuck niggas, but then this nigga be the good nigga? Y'all don't take a step back and use common sense. I would be like, well, damn, this gotta come from God Almighty or something. Or let me observe. Like, y'all don't view it that way. Because you will be going through hell with people. Then you finally get a good person who never cut you, but you bleed on them. And then the Most High make you bleed. If I was had that but ain't shit niggas, then I get a good man, baby, bye. Y'all stupid. Y'all get a good person and then want to treat them bad. Why do you think you do that? Because you a demon. That's why. You can't say you're an angel. The only perfect energy, the only perfect word that'll fit that energy is because you're a demon. It's because you're toxic. Like, society made y'all feel good about being toxic. Y'all thought that shit was cute. No, you look mentally, you look mentally unstable. You look like you need help. It looked like you need to be in a straitjacket and monitored. That's what it looked like. When I look at people that's my age or older and they be toxic, I be like, boy, I go out there and hug on the youth so much, baby. Cause anybody that's young, if they ever get a chance to come on my YouTube, I'm telling you, like the talk they gonna tell you, I be like, please don't listen. It's bitches that's past my age and niggas that's bitter, that's toxic, that's still doing fuck shit. I said, so what that mean? Like, exactly. You don't want to fall into that category, baby. I'm 36 and I'm sitting here making sure, you feel me? I can't be in my goddamn 40s and 50s trying to copy the next motherfucker or wanting to be like them. Y'all, it was a 48 or a 45-year-old that wanted to be like me, and I'm 36, younger. Don't you ever in your fucking life get to an age like that and that's what your life consists of. You watching other motherfuckers. You wanting to be like motherfuckers or you wanting to cause people harm. When you get 40, 50 or whatever, you want to be comfortable with who you are. You want to have a loving family. You want to have a business. You want all this stuff. And this is what I'm setting you up to have versus you to be sitting up in past my age and still, baby, I'm telling you, when I see people my age or older copying somebody or wanting to be like somebody, I'm telling you, it make you want to run to the youth because it shows you they ain't do shit with they fucking life. Do not waste your life and be like them. When I turn 45, I want to be fucking loving on, well, I won't be loving on my grandkid, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I want to be with my husband loving on my children. We going on family vacations and shit. We're building. My kid knows how to fix on cars. So now I done bought a car lot, me and my husband, and we done did all this shit. So now now my son done fixed all these goddamn cars and he's selling them. Self-made business owner. I'm not about to be sitting up in here watching another bitch getting on her channel, seeing what the fuck she got going on. That means you ain't got nobody loving you right, fucking you right, fucking you. You not even loving yourself. That's all that shows. If you are my age or younger, please work on yourself so you don't grow up to be miserable like them, to be pathetic. When you get that age, you want to show people, hey, look what I accomplished. And how did you accomplish that? Only people who are positive people accomplish those things. Why? Because they took all their energy and poured it into that. That's why you be successful. And then you will have Satan kids that get mad at your success, want to copy your success, want to steal your success, whatever, or try to make it plummet. Because they took their time to do low vibrational shit. Huh? You hear me? Do you hear me? You took your time to pour into what's right. The people who's trying to ruin Chris Brown are people who prioritize negative shit. See, they mad at Chris Brown because he poured into himself. And they mad because they can't get a dime or whatever. Why do you, like, that's what I'm telling you. That's the devil people. If you are, and listen, if you belong to God Almighty, when I said pour into your crops, do that. Because the motherfuckers that's lacking, they prioritize negative shit. When you prioritize what works for you and what serves you, you heard that? Common sense. What works for you and what serves for you, shit presents itself. Chris Brown was in the gym or wherever he was dancing and singing in the studios and shit. He put that work in. When he be 40, 50, and 60, do you think that he gonna be sitting up, being in people's business, wanting to be like somebody, copying people? No, because he poured into himself. So by him pouring into himself, he created a lot of shit. So when he do get that age, he got shit to pour into. Royalty, loyalty, Akio. You see what I'm saying? You can always tell a bitter motherfucker. You don't want to be 36 years old and wanting to be like another individual. That's pathetic and sad. Your life is shitty and miserable. No matter what materials you got. Y'all don't know this because, listen, it's people that are no longer on my channel. They're older than me, and I had to cut them bitches off because they were copycats. You 40-something years old, pushing 50, and you want to be like a 36 years old. You wanted to copy me. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like, y'all got to use your mental, your common sense. That's not normal. When you see young folks, you make sure that they pour into themselves so they don't grow up. Because this is a person who never grew up. And be like them. That's somebody who ain't shit. You want the youth to be something. When you look out, when you look out in the world with the bitches who are messy, right? And then you see them get older. What they is? Fat, out of shape, ugly. They used to be pretty, but because all that wicked shit they did, it done caught up with their asses. Now they fat, out of shape, all this stuff. Because they prioritize wicked shit. Same thing with these niggas. Big ass belly, bald spots, hairline receding. You do not want to grow old and be miserable. You want to grow old the way the divine way said, where you're surrounded by love. You have kids. You have their kids. All the good people who life you done touched. You have them. You don't got time to be wanting to wish on a star. You want to know why some old people die? Because they be lonely. Nobody comes to check on them. When you pour inside of you, you won't end up like that. Because you focused on what was important versus what was. I bet you all the old people that don't got nobody, I bet you they'll tell you if what they regret is the way that they did not prioritize real love and family. Because now look at you. Lonely. It's a lot of old women that wish that they would have had more than one child. Because then that one child is the one child that don't motherfucking come see them. That's what I'm saying, telling y'all. Like, you better, I'm helping you so you don't be like them. When we get old, we supposed to be smiling, living our best life. Not being, imagine you being a grown, like I'm telling y'all, I couldn't be 36 years old trying to be like somebody. I'm sitting here telling you, like, that's a mental patient as fuck. I tell 14 and 15-year-olds, you don't want to grow up and be 40, 50, 60, trying to be like somebody, trying to be like the young folks, or trying to copy or be miserable, not got shit. Oh, you got a house, you got a car, but are you surrounded by love? Do you love yourself? See, they prioritize as having the best cars, the best houses, and all of that. But now you got all that shit, and you're lonely. See, this is common sense and logic. So to the youth, don't prioritize material shit. Because when God Almighty put you in a room and pile you up with all that material shit and you ain't got nobody to talk to, nobody to love on and all that stuff, nobody love you back, you gonna see that what you prioritized wasn't important to begin with. I'm telling you what's important. Pour into your motherfucking self. Because by pouring into you, you're gonna be able to prioritize what's important and end up the way that the divine said you would end up. It's all about the choices that you make. I make sure I tell kids you want to grow up and be good. If you over the age 18 and you find yourself wanting to be like somebody else, you need to go check yourself into a mental hospital. Like you need to go work on yourself. When you are over the age of motherfucking 25, no, I'm a 21. When you over the age of 21 and you want to copy somebody, you need to go check yourself in. Once, like when I see people like the people who want to be like me, y'all, they 45, 48, 50, 51. Like that's what I'm telling you. Like that's sad. That is sad. When you do stuff like that, it shows the misery in you. Don't ever do nothing like somebody. Imagine you being 48 years old trying to copy me. What the fuck? See, when I say this, it's going to trigger their spirit because then they're going to see the truth. You are older than me and I'm who you want to be like when you grow up. Damn, you don't even want to be like yourself. I'm not teaching nobody to copy anything anybody do. Let them have it. Because what's for you, you're going to excel in. A lot of people needed to hear that message. When I turn 45, you think I'm going to be copying bitches. You think I'm going to be trying to cause people harm, trying to see what somebody got going on and copy them so I can be viewed in high regards. Fuck no. I done already paved the way to be held in high regards. Now I'm sitting back looking at what the fuck I done built and enjoying it. My kids building and I'm playing with my grandkids and all this shit. I'm not going to have time to not want, like, why would I want to be like somebody else when I'm sitting here viewing my husband, my kids, and all this stuff. The way that I done changed. See, these are miserable mothers. You see how I'm making it make sense? The reason why they're doing this because they're miserable. They belong to the devil. Okay? See, when you are pointing to yourself, you're setting yourself up to have all this shit going on when you get to that age. So your time is gonna be preoccupied. It's not gonna listen. If you done did all what I'm telling you to do, right? And you and your husband or you and your wife, y'all sitting up watching y'all kids build and they living a good life. What day would you say, oh well, I want to be like the next motherfucker? You're not gonna never say that. Why? Because you love your life. People who hate their lives want to be like somebody else. Okay. When somebody creates something, you're not going to want to copy. Why? Because you can create your own stuff. When people copy what somebody else created, that's because they can't create nothing. If you can create shit, why would you? Exactly. When you see people take on this energy, they belong to the devil. They cannot. They lack. Okay? And why they cannot and they lack is because they prioritize the wrong shit. If they would have prioritized loving themselves. See the shit that I'm teaching you. You see what I'm saying? You don't when old people be lonely, ask them what was they doing in their lifetime. Because when old people, even if they had no kids or nothing, right? God Almighty will set them up to be surrounded by love. It may not be blood-wise, but hey, they be surrounded by people, whether it's the nurses, anything. People just be gravitating. Y'all see nurses who love on them people. They take them, paint. You feel me? That's what I'm saying, telling you. You don't want to be the miserable, the old. You want to be the ones that's laying back drinking lemonade. Motherfuckers like, you how old? Damn, you look good. Yeah, that's my kid right there. See, them my grandkids. Then when the youth come up, you can tell them about business endeavors or anything. And you not just speaking on it or reciting some shit. You actually telling them because you own businesses. You own land. See what I'm saying? You can't own land if you trying to copy somebody. You can't own land if you sitting up in a group trying to be a bully. You can't own land if you sitting up here gossiping. You can't own land if you like if you doing all this shit. Come on, you prioritizing the wrong shit. And for people who say, well, I cheated and I got land, yeah, and I'm pretty sure the bitch took half of it or took it. See what I'm saying? It's gonna be somebody got their hand, and now God Almighty switch the energy up. You can't pay property taxes. They come and took your land. And what I'm saying, telling you, listen, prioritize what's important. A connection with God Almighty. You knowing who you are, letting shit happen naturally, being of purity. Because by you doing that, you're healing your past and correcting your past by living in the fucking present. You're building your future. As a person who can tell you about your past, present, and your future, hear me. By you healing yourself right now in this moment, you heal and cleanse the past. Remember, I've been told y'all this. And by you healing and cleansing the past, you are creating a future. When I look at people that fall in this energy, they didn't do none of that. So what that mean? They're toxic. They're stuck in the past. That means they're not living for today. They're not living for right now. So therefore, they'll never have a future. You don't want to end up like that. Energy is energy. If you are grown, if you come to my channel and you older than me, even if you're younger than me, and you want to be like me, I'm sitting here telling you, you have a mental, like, you got far more shit to worry about than, like, you need to really go, you need to check on your, like, you need to hear this. That's not normal. That's not cute. Like, you really need to go check yourself into a mental hospital. Like, for real. You need to be souped up on medication. And for people to say, why would you say that? And y'all know I'm a herbalist. Because they the ones who deserve medication. Because what the fuck? I'm sitting here telling y'all, I'm 36 and I done made it this far. I know when I get older, I'm not going to ever want to be like nobody. My life, I'm setting my life up so I don't be like that. Y'all don't think about that. You think about the right now. Oh, it's party time. They got this and that. Listen. Pour into you. When you get old, you become an elderly, God Almighty will tag you with the energy that you get, that elderly people supposed to get. That means you're going to be well taken care of. You won't ever, like I'm telling you, the stuff that wicked people do is because they lack. Do you think I got time to be copying people? Do you think I got gifts? You see what I'm saying? When you got shit going on, you ain't got time to be gossiping about people. People who got time to gossip, what the fuck? I'm telling you, the truth is always going to be shown. People who got time to gossip, I'm telling you, they wicked. God Almighty, people ain't got time to gossip. Why? Because you always got shit to do. Healing pouring into you. Your business is thriving, whatever. Your kids need this. You always got something to do. You got to sleep. Got to go exercise. You always got something to do. So that's what I'm telling you. That's why, for a fact, I know gods and goddesses do not partake in that. We don't got time. Listen, if you didn't think you could Airbnb, but by you pointing to yourself and you find out you could Airbnb, baby, you gonna be what? Occupied, right? That's why I'm telling you. You ain't gonna be you just found out you can Airbnb. When you unlock the things that God Almighty put within you, you don't got time to do low vibrational shit. I'm telling you, you don't. You unlocking new gifts. You see, look at me. You think I got time? The fuck? I don't got time. So that's why I'm telling you, pour into you, and you won't have time either. The people that got time, like y'all see these bitches that I be telling, that I be saying copying me, they don't got no gifts. They don't got nothing. Look, why you got time? How do you got time to come to my channel to watch and then go fake create on your channel? You don't got. That's why I'm telling you, they're not a divine being. We don't got time. Students come here. Like if somebody be like, "Hey, let's go to the club," and you like, "Nope, Brittany live." Why? Because you don't got time. That's what I'm saying. Telling you, motherfuckers who listen, Satan kids, they always got time. I always got time to put my foot on somebody's neck. Satan kids, the devil kids always got time to look you up. The devil kids always got time to talk about you. The devil kids always want to be like they got time to go out and try to do what you do. I'm telling you why they got time. Because they ain't shit. They ain't got shit. They're talentless. If Nicki Minaj was a real rapper, then why the fuck is she copying motherfucking Lil Kim? If you was a real rapper, then you could just rap, right? That's why I'm telling you. You can always tell. Come on. Look, the Most High said, put your foot on their necks, Brit. If she was really a rapper, she would have came out with her own flow, her own style, all of that. Telling you. Y'all see me coming out doing my tarot shit? I'm legit. I'm a prophet, right? Everything that I put out is my style. To see my style being duplicated, that's what I'm saying, telling you. If you really like that, or if you really, that's what I'm saying, tell you. If you really a prophet or you really this, then why is you copying? If Nicki Minaj was a real rapper, she should have just came out with her own style, right? DMX is a real rapper. He came out with his own style. Ludacris is a real rapper. He came out. All the people that can really do something come out with their own shit. The motherfuckers who you see copying, they're frauds. They're fucking pretending. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers, I'm telling y'all, like when you other divine, you it's over a million trillion billion ways to catch these motherfuckers. To show you that they frauds. Like, come on, you come out and do all this shit like Lil Kim and all this shit, but you want me to really think you're a rapper. No, you're not. She's not a real rapper. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you. You want to know who a real rapper? Rod Digger, MC Light, Salt and Pepper. They coming out with their own style. When somebody is a creator of something, they put they you feel me? When somebody got a copy or do something, I'm saying, telling you, they don't come from the creator. They wicked. You do not want to be a certain, like I'm telling you. That's why I give all praise and worship to God Almighty, because I be like, damn, hell no. Imagine me saying I'm a prophet, but I'm going to go steal somebody's messages. Get the fuck out of here. Then you're not a prophet. Like, come on. If you got time to come to my channel to watch me to steal, I'm sitting here telling you, because there's a lot of them on TikTok, there's a lot of them on Instagram. I'm sitting telling you. It's not just on YouTube. If you got time to come to my channel to get some shit for you to make content, no matter who you are, to create content, I want you to know this. Death or prison, you will be seeing Amit, because that's karma. And that's divine facts. Is going to happen regardless. Why? You can't. You did nobody tell you to choose to do what you did. So by you choosing that, you chose Amit. Okay? Because that's what's attached to that energy. Meaning anybody that try to copy or steal, Amit is attached to it. So when you have to come to somebody else shit in order for you to create, you're not a creator. Let me tell you what you are. You a thief. You a nobody. You a imposter. You a ain't shit. And you will never be shit. That's why you go to the person who is something. And when you copy a person, let me tell you what that says, right? When people copy me, because let me tell you what that means. That means I'm the shit. That's what the fuck that means. That means, oh baby, keep doing what you doing. You got delusional ass, allegedly adults wanting to be like you. They coming to watch you in order to put content out. Why would I stop creating? Why would I stop creating? When I know my shit, that only shows me that what the fuck I'm doing is what? Oh, I'm doing it wrong. I am who the fuck I say I am. If I wasn't, then why the fuck do you come to my content in order for you to put out content? That's sad and a miserable life. That's pathetic. And they eternally know that they got to do that. HBBs and divine beings, you don't want to live that life. You want to live the life where like the life that I'm living, where I say, hey, I'm a prophet, and I actually am. You want to live that life. Because eternally, imagine you telling the world that you this, but you got to come to my channel in order for you to create. Come on. The fuck out of here. That's why I tell y'all. The proof be in the divinity when you belong to the divine. 511. When you belong to the devil, the proof gonna be in a pudding. And the pudding is usually the quicksand, the sucker place that they're gonna be stuck in. Negative energy. They're gonna get exposed. You don't wanna have to live that life knowing that you gotta watch somebody else shit. You wanna be the person that's out there just creating, right? Exactly. When you a god or a goddess, you are the being that just creates shit. When they belong to the devil, they come and watch you, and then that's how they try to put out their content. Miserable souls. Because happy souls don't do that. You happy, what are you doing? You're creating. That's why I'm telling y'all. Like, you don't want to be a certain age. That's what like, you don't want to be no age copying nobody. But to be like bitches that's 30 years, like the bitches that's copying me, y'all, it don't matter if they 21, 24. It don't matter. And they come to my channel in order for them to put content out. You don't want to live that miserable life. Because that's a fake, fraudulent life. That's an illusion life. You don't want to live that. You want to actually be who the fuck you say you are, right? Exactly. Because the Most High, when you not who you say you are, oh, the Most High pull your mask off, and then you get unlimited eternity forever. You open up a cycle of karma. So, what that mean? Ain't shit good gonna come to you. You're gonna have to beg for it. Like, dude, you're gonna have to. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to. Since you didn't have integrity or dignity, I'm telling you. Like, this is why I tell y'all. Y'all think I'm lying? That girl, ICU Tarot, is she begging for help? Exactly. That's a listen. She's going to she open listen, that portal is open. She opened up karma. When you do stuff like that, it's people that y'all don't see on my YouTube no more. I'm telling you, they gonna be scared. Listen, they gonna be scared as fuck. I'm telling you, you don't want to open up unnecessary doors, invite unnecessary energy. I want all of y'all. Let's say you 30. When you 30 years old, love who you are as a 30-year-old, baby. You only gonna be 30 once. Like, don't listen, don't put none of your years with nobody else energy. Use yours. It's a reward for that. Embrace who you are. When you embrace who you are, then you start seeing that you got gifts. I'm not telling you no lie. That'll be that. Then you'll say that's the best thing I did was choose me. Cause now I can see that I'm an airbender. Now I can do exactly. Don't you ever find yourself wanting to be like nobody else. It's like, come on, imagine you 50 years old and you copying me. People that's in the chat, comment. What does that say? You don't want who want that life? Who want that life? Who want a life where they gotta you don't want that. You want that life where you traveling, you doing XYZ. Why? Because you prioritize your energy, your time. You did, you put that left in front of that right. You did what the fuck the Most High told you to do while you were down here. Which life would you rather live? You rather live a life where you can't where you don't produce shit. You gotta watch people. You 50, 40, or however old you is, 25, 24, 21, and you gotta copy somebody. That's a miserable ass life, y'all. For people who be themselves, you listen, You know that'll be a miserable life, right? Motherfuckers is grabbing their invisible pearls, clutching it like, damn. This is shit that people don't think about because they too busy caught up in distractions. See, I think about shit like that. Why do I think about it? Because I see motherfuckers that want to be like me. And I look out, and this is divine facts. It ain't me making up shit. They're miserable. They belong to the devil. People who belong to God Almighty don't do shit like that. God Almighty instills you to create your own shit. So if you got time to come to my channel and to go back to yours and try to create, you belong to the devil. God Almighty people don't got time. They too busy using their own energy creating. When you get 50, listen, from the time you was whatever age, 18 till you were 50, you prioritize you. So now that you're 50, you get to enjoy the results of you prioritizing you. When people like that want to copy me, be 50, they never prioritize themselves. And you can see the proof is in their pudding because they're still what? Exactly. You don't want to be 50, 60, 70 and fucking still toxic. You 20 years old, heal right fucking now. You could be a 20, by you healing today, let's say you 18, by you healing today, you could be a 21-year-old and get all your abundance. So now you 21, you got a house, a car, all this shit you own. And you didn't lay on your back, you didn't do no conniving shit. God Almighty said, get that motherfucker their abundance because they do to it. Heal. It don't matter what age you are. Once you turn over the age of 18, heal. The quicker you heal, the quicker you break generational cycles and the quicker your abundance come in. The quicker you take accountability, the quicker you love yourself and choose yourself. You do not want to be like these people. Those people do not belong to God Almighty. I'm telling you they don't. You 25, stop engaging what you engaging in. Love who you are. Because look at these bitches that's 50, 48 that don't love themselves. You don't want to be like them. Miserable. Love yourself today. So you can say, oh, nah, I started loving myself when I was 21. Or I started loving myself at an early age. See, you see, when I get out here, I tell you, oh, I've been like this since a kid. Them people who come to copy me, they hate themselves. Love yourself. People who love themselves are connected to God Almighty. People who hate themselves are attached to the devil because only the devil will make you hate yourself. God Almighty tell you to embrace who you are. Accept it. Tell me I'm lying. You can't. Make sure as an adult, a healthy ass adult, an adult that's healing, that take accountability, that's breaking generational cycles, that you make sure that you tell the youth, love yourself. So you don't grow up being a allegedly adult, hating yourself, not knowing shit, knowing who you like or what you like, or blase blah. Start today. Cause I be damn. Y'all want to know what my fears are? Wanting to be like somebody else. Growing old and being miserable. Y'all fearing stupid shit. That's why I pour into me, baby. Cause the stuff that they do, like when it's revealed to me, I be like, hell no. I wish the fuck I would get on here and tell y'all I'm a content creator, but I gotta watch other people in order for me to perform content. No, you a thief. That's what the fuck you are. You're not a content creator. You're not a prophet. You're not this. You're a thief. And they know that they're stealing, but they telling themselves that that's not theft. You are a mental patient. Something is mentally not, like you're mentally incompetent. Because what in your mind will tell you to do that? To pretend to be something that you're not. What in your mind, I'm telling you, what would tell you to do that? A demon, a demonic entity, the devil. So, anybody that's listening, be yourself. So demons and shit can't attach to you. Pour into you. If you come from God Almighty, I'm willing to bet you any amount of money. You got creativity. You got something to create. It's ordained for you to. It's a part of your purpose. By you trying to do what I'm doing, you said fuck your purpose. You want to fail because you can't walk in my shoes. So I'm telling you spiritually, pour into you. You may seem like you ain't got, I don't give a fuck. You see, if you loved yourself, you'll be on this. You don't give a fuck. Pour into you. When you pour into you, and don't think, oh, I've been pouring myself for 3 months. You gotta prove. You gotta pass the test. God Almighty gonna show you what you're working with. Because you said, hey, God Almighty, fuck what everybody doing. You put this in my essence. I want to unlock what you got for me. And guess what's gonna happen? You gonna unlock it. Then you'll be like, Bri. And I'm like, sis, bruh, God or goddess. You be like, I see you, but I'm like, I see you. You feel me? You want to be in that energy. You don't want to be in, oh shit, let me go get a pen and paper. I gotta write. What she say? Hold up. I gotta get on my channel and pretend like I know this. I gotta fake get friends, fake get views. Versus me. Everything that I got, I legit got it. You want to be legit. God Almighty, listen, you doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You come from God Almighty. You're legit in whatever the fuck God Almighty instilled in you. You must unlock what's instilled in you, because I unlock what's instilled in me. You shouldn't be intimidated by my gifts, or nor should you want to be like me. When you see my capabilities and what I'm capable of, you should be inspired or more eager or intrigued to want to unlock what's within you. That's the divine. That's how the energy is supposed to be. Okay? When it's, oh, I want to be like her, or I hate her because she got this, that's of the devil. See, the way that God Almighty designed it is this way. Damn, this bitch is telling me to love myself because da-da-da, and I need to love myself. Let me go love myself. Now you loving yourself. Brittany, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I think I moved air. Don't think, no. Because I'm going to say, are you assuming? And then I'm going to say, well, come back to me when you're for certain. Brit, I'm for certain. Confident boost, energetic, all this shit. What the stuff that I teach you to do, I tell you to do, you ascend. How you watch me say I ascend all day, every day. And that's what I'm telling you. I set you up to win. You get an energy boost. You must be for certain to get the energy boost. You don't get an energy boost from assuming or unknown. That's why I tell you to make sure you're for certain and to only work with facts. When you see me, you see the power of God Almighty, and you like, bitch, that's in me too. So let me see what I got. Oh, shit, man. This bitch she can see the past, the present, the future. I can't wait to see what the fuck I can do. Okay, she said we got to be ourselves. We got to be connected to God Almighty. Got to let shit happen at you. Okay, calm down, because I heard her say calm down. Okay, we got to be calm, cool, collected so we can be centered. Okay, now she said eat fruit. I'm eating fruit. I'm minding my business. I'm pouring into me. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I didn't know I could do this. So, Brit, I figured out this, and da-da-da-da, I like this. So what da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's why when people come, they be booking readers or whatever. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, need to do da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, bet. Oh shit, this shit, she said this happened. Da-da-da-da. Let me put this left front is right. Let me da-da-da. That's what I'm sitting telling you. All you doing is taking instruction. That's all you're doing. Is taking instruction. That's all the fuck you're doing. To the people who actually have activated their superpowers. You want to know how they activated it? And I know how, I'm for certain that they didn't copy me or have ill will, because they was able to activate it. When you ain't able to activate, then that means you're doing something you ain't got no business doing. And I can look, see who you're doing it to, if it's towards me or somebody else. I see all your business. This is why I'm telling you. You want to unlock what's within you. If you come from God Almighty, I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you. You have something within you that God Almighty put in you. You have to unlock it. The only way you unlock it is if you embrace yourself. Don't get no goddamn BBLs. Don't go be getting all them veneers and all this shit. Embrace who you are. Your teeth crooked, go get braces. Don't put a foreign object in your mouth or in your body. Because then you get kicked out of the divine. Because energetically, what does the energy say? You hate yourself. It don't matter. You can tell everybody you love yourself. You went, that's what I'm telling you. The energy is in the BBL. Accept who you are. When bitches with BBLs, they can't motherfucking airbend. They can't do nothing. How you gonna airbend with foreign objects with unnatural shit in your body? As an HVB in a divine being, don't I tell you to cleanse and detox? That's why you can't do XYZ or something be blocked. So if they got foreign, that's why I'm saying tell y'all. Y'all be seeing all these tarot readers doing fucking readings with BBLs. They don't got no fucking intuition. You cannot listen. Y'all know. What did I tell you? Only one thing can occupy the body. Ain't no spirit in the body with a BBL. Ain't no spirit in there. If it is, it's a negative. I'm telling y'all, don't let them fool you. God Almighty put all of us down here to accept ourselves, to be our authentic selves. Unlock what God Almighty put within us and go on about your goddamn business. Outside of that, you're not doing what God Almighty said do. I'm telling you. You don't be like nobody else. You don't do nothing like nobody else. Everybody that come to my channel that's a real God and goddess. That's why I said y'all the real gods and goddesses. Because you love who you are. You love you. And you want to see the best version of yourself. You want to show the world what you're capable of. That's why you're the real chosen ones. The rest of the people that copy people, they're not really chosen. They're Pickianas. They're the ones who get up and lie and tell you that they were chosen. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. Y'all are chosen. You must be your authentic self in order for you to be chosen. Chosen people are authentic people. They're never motherfuckers who pretend to be like somebody else or to pretend to be something that they're not. That's how you know that they're not chosen. I'm not making this up. It's divine facts. In order for you to be chosen, you must be your authentic self. Why the fuck would the Most High choose a fraud? You want me to tell you when the Most High choose a fraud? To show you what not to do. All divine beings be sitting up seeing a fraud getting their ass whooped. What they're showing you. You don't want none of that. That's what they chosen for, to show you what not to fucking do. Because if you do it, this what happens. I'm not a fraud. Y'all gonna see by going by the book and being yourself, this what happens. Watch. Because I'm sitting here telling y'all, love you. That's what the devil plan was to make you hate yourself. When you hate yourself, he got you. When you love yourself, he can't fuck with you at all. Y'all see when people come in my comments, you think they fuck with me? Fuck no. That's what their intentions be. But they get blocked and embarrassed. That's what I'm saying, telling you. When you love yourself, the devil can't fuck with you. When you hate yourself, he gonna ride your ass. And like you riding a stick. Hey, and like you riding a stick. He gonna fuck y'all up. Pay attention to what you put your time to. If you put your time towards being a fraud, a fake, or whatever, you a demonic entity. And guess what? All you motherfuckers, flesh-wise, spiritually, I will be seeing you. What that mean? When it's judgment, like when you die physically, your spirit's going to have to come. You didn't think that, you didn't know that, and you may thought I was lying. But I'm willing to bet you any amount of money. It's definitely going to be my energy. And one thing about my memory, oh, baby, I don't forget energy. I don't forget shit. So when I'm down there, and you feel me? All y'all, especially ones that caught anything, I'm telling you, heart heavy as fuck. Send them to Amit. So you can laugh all you want to in the physical. Because like I told you, I'm going to get the last laugh because I knew this. You didn't know this. Why would you know about my vision or my purpose? Remember HBBs? Because y'all heard me say I was going to get the last laugh. Remember that? Yeah. I'm for certain I am. You don't think I am? Imagine you thought that you were going to copy me, then you set up physically. And then you said, well, I'm going to take that to the grave. And then when your spirit comes, yeah, motherfuckers. That's why I said, hey, if you doing wicked, you shouldn't do wicked shit at all, but you damn sure shouldn't do wicked shit to me. Because I'm the motherfucker that's going to see if your heart weighs. Yeah. As above, so below. That's why I told you don't fuck with me physical. But hey, I just be making shit up, remember? But I see y'all spiritually. And remember, I don't take apologies. Remember that? What the fuck I say go. So when I say Anubis, what you think gonna happen? You think that you're gonna be able to bring gold down there or whatever and bribe me? You think you're gonna be able to do anything, kiss ass? Let me tell you how the divine works. Once you in that line, baby, there's no getting out. Same thing like I said, physical. When you open up the portal for karma, you're not getting out. It don't matter what you do. You're not getting out. Underworld ready. Y'all be physically, listen, y'all spirit be in the underworld. And you physically, that's what I'm saying, telling you. When the karma come, look at that girl, she begging. Her spirit's in the underworld. That's why her physical look like that. Why is her spirit in the underworld and she's still alive? It's because she's being judged. So that's what I'm sitting here telling you. While she's being judged, she's physically gonna go through it. And her spirit sits in the underworld until her flesh expires. See, when you make up shit, you don't know stuff. When you really legit, you know what the fuck you talking about. Y'all fucking with something that you shouldn't have fucked with. Imagine you trying to pretend you got spiritual knowledge, trying to go up or make me an op, the person that actually knows and can actually go and astral travel. Why would you want to make me an op? Stoops. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Motherfuckers talking about, girl, bye. Oh, that's G-O-D. Yeah, it is the devil. Because it ain't God Almighty. Aphasia. How long ago did she get caught? And I just spoke on her recently because she gave people what? She was taking people money, wasn't giving them readings. And I apologized and gave them readings. Has she bounced back? I keep telling y'all, you keep hyping yourself up with lies. Oh, well, this is just something. Wasn't she talking about, oh, well, this is just something that she was saying, hey, Jesus. Oh, this is just something that Jesus got her going through and da-da-da-da. How long ago was that HBBs and Divine Beings? How long ago was that? Like 3 years. Y'all keep on hyping yourself up for failure because I teach divine beings to make sure your ass is for certain. That bitch wasn't for certain. She was just hyping herself up so she could lie to y'all, to the people, the collector, to make them think, oh, well, this is just, she just going through something. Somebody trying to put something on her. No, she put that on herself. I know the difference in karma. I'm the motherfucker, you feel me? I'm telling you, set your ass up. God Almighty say, okay, this person been doing this wicked shit, go ahead. Me and divine forces, we put it together. Every divine being, you have a part that you play in. When God Almighty get ready to whoop your ass, that's what I'm saying, telling you. Divine forces, such as myself, angels, whatever. It's like, you know how Santa got helpers, little elves that make the toys and shit? That's us. That's why I'm telling you I'm grand. I'm great at my fucking job. Y'all are trying to fight a spiritual battle physically. Stupid. You can only fight a spiritual battle spiritually. In order for you to tap into spirituality, to be a part of the divine, you got to be your authentic self. From sunrise to sunset. You can't be your authentic self Monday through Friday. Then Saturday you want to be fake. That's why God Almighty say. That's why I tell you, you gotta show proof like that you trustworthy. God Almighty not just giving people keys because they say, "Oh, well, I'm down." No, that's why when people say that they have access to the divine, because it depends on the timeline, or if God might just say shush, right? And what I mean by that is not say nothing. I can already see that a person gonna fuck up, like a person to be like like people that I said was once gonna be HBBs. I already seen that they were gonna fuck up, but it's through choices. You allow people to make their choices, because some people could get a miracle or whatever, or just listen to the energy, go a different route if they choose to. But God Almighty be showing me, motherfuckers ain't a part of the damn divine. They ain't even show me that they their authentic self. That's why when people first come here and then they get kicked out. That's what I'm telling you. That's what their energy is. I already be knowing. I let shit play out. Let shit happen naturally. But I do not dismiss what the fuck I already be knowing. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, when you be your authentic self, you get access to these powers. Why do you think the fake elite push so hard for you not to be yourself? Because they don't want you to tap into these powers. Authenticity is what stops everything spiritually. That's negative from fucking with you. Why? Because spirituality is of truth. These people are pretending to be something. Is that of truth? No, so it's not a part of spirituality. Spirituality is of truth. You got all these witches and warlocks and fake elite doing all. That's not spiritual. That's not spirituality. That's not. That's witchcraft. That's satanic. That's demonic. Spirituality is of truth. How do I know it's of truth? What is God Almighty of? Truth. Who owns spirituality? God Almighty. So how you start is how you finish. Why? Because God Almighty is the truth, the beginning, and the goddamn end. That's why in between the beginning and the end, the devil can fuck with you because you got choices. But if you started off loving God Almighty, you would end off loving God Almighty because you belong to God Almighty. When you see people trying to act like, oh, well, I'm a Reiki healer and I can, that's not a spirituality. Spirituality is of the truth. So if they're lying, it's not a part of spirituality. Lying is a part of satanic, demonic. That's what that's a part of. Being a fraud, wearing a mask, saying you're something that you're not, that's not a part of spirituality. You want to win the spiritual war and the battles. Be your authentic self. You got a best friend and you know she a fraud, spiritually she getting her ass whooped. So what that mean? Cut her off. Ain't nobody that's not their authentic self winning nothing spiritually. Telling you, you want to win a spiritual battle, you got to be your authentic self. That's why I won't none of these hoes or anybody who try to make me an opponent, won't none of them beat me. And I'm for certain, for certain. Authentic people don't fuck with authentic people like that. In that nature. They don't view you as competition or none of that. Yeah, we actually be cool. So what I'm telling you is, that's why all these bitches who've been copying and stealing, that's why I'm going to, anything I say is going to go. Why? Because you don't control my energy. This is why you don't steal from people. This is why you don't do none of that. Because when you take something from them, you don't know what law was put on that. When you try to. Kiki would have been straight if she wouldn't have said she hexed somebody. But she said she hexed, so she's deeming that she's a witch. That's negative. Authenticity is how you going to win any spiritual war. Take it from somebody who ain't lost one. I've been myself since I came down here. That's why spiritually, you feel me? A billion, 10 billion, trillion, whatever. I'm undefeated. I'm not being cocky or arrogant. Truth like rain, don't give a fuck who fall on. Why? Because that authentic energy is what's going to overpower everybody. Did me being a goddess, did me being a prophet, ascended me, all this stuff that I am, I embody it. That's why I'm telling you. The power go up, the strength go up, everything go up. When you your authentic self and somebody trying to go up against you spiritually, because that's what it is. Like, let's say you your authentic self and people trying to gossip about you a lie. Spiritually, you going to fuck them up. So don't even worry about it. Physical, it's going to hit the physical. Don't pay attention to the physical. They could be acting like they living their life and all this shit. It's going to hit them because that's what that girl ICU was doing. Acting like she living her best life. Now she in her comments begging. Telling I told y'all, I already seen this, and because y'all couldn't see it, you thought I was lying, but now it's being displayed. Be your authentic self and you will see too, before it even be fucking displayed. That's the ability that spirituality has. Authentic people. When you prove to God Almighty that you're trustworthy, you get stamped with divinity. So that means you can unlock airbending, any type of traits or skills. A lot of people fail at this part. Why? Because they hate themselves. They can't be their authentic self. They see something somebody else doing. Trick them right up out their divinity. You don't do nothing like nobody else. You don't want to be like them. You don't want to have shit that they have. When you do that, you get tricked out of anything that was for you. So if you find yourself and you like, damn, well, when I stop watching if you get on Instagram, I told y'all this years ago, stop getting on Instagram, seeing people have this shit and you want that life. Stop watching stuff. Why do you keep setting yourself up to fail? Because the TV's not just cutting on itself. You're cutting it on and then you're sitting in front of it. This is why God Almighty whoop y'all ass. That's why I told you there's no forgiveness, because you know better. Y'all be forgetting that you know. I told y'all. That's why I just go ahead and bend over. I just go ahead and bend over. I'm not about to play these games with God Almighty. And that's why my ass whooping don't be as harsh. Because I come with the energy of, all right, I know I done fucked up. Just go ahead. Like, come the fuck on. Y'all be like, oh, well, I only want to think about being so. Stop watching them. What the fuck you watching them for? Like, I stopped listening to Gorilla song. By me cutting it off, that don't mean the song bad. Like, I mean, it carried bad energy. But that don't mean the song went hot, like physically hot. But it was making me want to, like, I felt the energy. I being real with myself. I was wanting to beat bitches' asses. And that's not me. Will I beat a bitch ass? Yes. But just wanting to, no. I wasn't inviting that energy into my energetic force field, because I know if a bitch try me, I'ma beat her ass. Or put forth the effort, because you can't beat everybody. But outside of that, like, come on. Like, y'all be setting yourself up to fail. Set yourself up to win. I stopped listening to that song. Do I still know the lyrics? Oh, you must not know what you just started. Me and my bitches go gnarly. Give a fuck about this party. We gon' step on shit regardless. Get my goons, swipe that bitch, and I dispute the charges. Making music, beating on bitches, I be standing marching. I still know the lyrics. I still know lyrics. All of them. I had to cut back, had to be real with myself. I had to see, oh, this ain't you. Feel like something trying to alter you. Feel like a demon trying to alter you. Trying to make you want to fight people. Go ahead, cut that shit off. I'm grown. I'm 36. The song is hot, but the song ain't hot enough for me to invite a goddamn demon in. It ain't worth it. It ain't that goddamn important. What's important is my peace. Me walking around only in my energy with no negative attachments. See, y'all hear that song and you like, no, that song's too hot. And you going to keep listening to it. That's low vibrational mindset. Okay? High vibrational mindset say, nah, I don't want none of that. That's not us saying the song not hot. It was hot. That's why we listen to it. You feel me? But it's bringing in negative energy. It sound good, but it ain't good for the soul. It ain't good for the spirit. See, high vibrating beings, we don't give a fuck about temptation or none of that shit. We go for right is right. So the right thing would be to cut that goddamn song off and stop listening to it. Set myself up to win, not fail. Oh, but I can't. This song is just so hard. That's because you view Hearst music. That demon that was in there. It got you. It didn't get to me. That demon alerted me like, hey, bitch, you want to fight, don't you? Nah, no the fuck I don't. Let somebody put their hands on me. Y'all heard me and I was transparent. I came right to the live and told y'all about it. Why? Because somebody out there is going to help somebody. Y'all can't do that. If I go around a dude and I'm practicing abstinence or celibacy and he turns me the fuck on in a way that I know he turns me on, I'm not about to let my temptation like, damn, I ain't seen this boy. He fine as fuck. You feel me? He got them nice eyes, them nice teeth, which that boy, my friend wouldn't do that because he's not sexually active like that. But I'm just saying, like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to come around him. And a nigga that's trying to keep making me want to come around after I didn't explain, I'm going to cut him off permanently. Why? Because that's a man that don't respect my boundaries, so it's nothing I can do with him. I want a man that's going to respect my boundaries without me having to do X, Y, Z. Y'all put it, you feel like you, see, y'all do extra work. I'm not doing extra work because it's not required. Once I feel that I'm doing extra work, then I got to cut that person off because it's not required for you to do extra work. It's required for you to say, hey, respect my boundary. That's it. That's all. That's it. The extra work is where you fuck up. And then you get attached to the devil. Like, y'all be, like, you set, when I say set yourself up to win, set yourself up to win. Like, it was this one dude. Didn't I talk about? Okay, look. It was this one guy, y'all, that used to inbox me. It was a while ago. Like, we used to just chit chat. It was just conversation and shit. Even though he did want to get up. Um, we would have good fucking conversation. Right? One thing about it is when a nigga be like, let's link, that automatically tells him I put you in a category. I start putting you in categories. Because why are you so eager, you feel me, to meet me? But he had good conversation. Energetically wise. I didn't want to link. Why didn't I want to link? Because he would have made me break my celibacy. I'm not gonna lie to myself, and I'm not embarrassed. A nigga can walk around and say, yeah, I'm the nigga that she was gonna break. She didn't want to break herself. I don't give a fuck. It's not embarrassing me. Y'all be ashamed or whatever. That's not me. I could not go around that nigga physical. And I even told him, I think I told him, if we got to be somewhere with people around. But then I thought about that. I said, well, damn, if the energy that strong, I might do some shit I never thought I'd do. Might be fucking in public. Like, fuck it, let's go in the bathroom. The way my mind thinks, that's why I said, I set myself up to win, not to fail. It don't matter how fine a nigga is. It don't matter how good the conversation was. It didn't matter how good the conversation was. I knew what would go down. Like, y'all women know that you would meet a guy and you be like, damn, I'm going to take my clothes off. Why would you go out with that nigga? And now you no longer celibate. Set yourself up to win, sis and bruh. Set yourself up to win. That's all I ask you to do, is to set yourself up to win. If you got a goal, let's say your goal is to refrain from having sex. Do not put yourself in a predicament where you can't have sex. I thought the point was to achieve your goal, not to break it. So why is you setting yourself up to fail then? To break it. All right then. That's what I'm telling y'all. Be real. Don't let temptation. You think I let a good ass conversation trick me in and say, yeah, pull up? No, I told the nigga I had to get my goddamn lashes done. And y'all, after the fact, I did get my lashes done. Not right then and there. But come on. See, he don't know me like that. If he would have knew me like that, then he would have not known, oh yeah, he probably felt it. He just probably rolled with it. Because he is high vibe or intuitive a little bit. He would have known. Man, that bitch don't give a fuck about no goddamn lashes. That bitch is confident. You feel me? Like, no. You think I'm about to go around the energy like that and I want to be celibate? That means I'm taking I don't have tunnel vision. That's what that means. A person tell me they got tunnel vision, then I tell you, you cap. I got tunnel vision. You all try to make yourself see better, but then they go right over there and say, girl, I'm celibate, girl. I gave my pussy up. I thought you said you had tunnel vision. I still got my legs closed. So who ended up having the tunnel vision? That's why I said you really didn't have it. Now I'm telling y'all, like motherfuckers be saying some shit knowing the truth. You know that if you meet a nigga, you gonna open your legs up. Or if you meet a bitch, you gonna let her, you feel me? Like y'all be honest with yourself. Like, come on, set yourself up to win. That's all I'm saying. But y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. About to eat me some more watermelon. Y'all, that bag gonna be gone. I'm eating it in moderation, but when it come to fruit, you could never eat too much fruit. You can, as soon as you get up, you can just sit there from sunrise to sunset and eat fruit. It's nothing gonna happen to you. You feel me? You're not gonna get tired. You're not gonna be sleepy. You're not gonna be miserable. You're not gonna be nothing. You probably have too much goddamn energy. I'm telling you, like y'all, the chlorophyll that they giving y'all is I'm telling you, this how you know it's fake. Cause you can't go in the sun with it. Like when it's soda photosynthesis, whatever it is, when it does, listen, I'm telling you that fake chlorophyll, when it does that, it's killing you on the inside. And slowly but surely it shows up on your avatar. I'm telling you, if you want real chlorophyll, just eat fruits and vegetables until you figure out a way to abstract it yourself. If it come in a box, meaning it's shipped, it's all that shit. Don't. I'm telling you, you want to make sure that the person is naturally pulled that, abstracted. You feel me? Because you want to be able to go out into the sun and sustain your life. Without the sun, you die. That's why a lot of white people. Anywho, let me get up off here. Keep telling y'all, white people don't come from God Almighty. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. They not neuromelanin. You can't stand in front of the sun. That's the biggest signs God Almighty showed me that they ain't mine. That's what God Almighty said. Chlorophyll is in plants, and plants need sun. So how the fuck y'all take a chlorophyll, but you can't be out in the sun? I'm telling y'all, that's not real chlorophyll. Like they done took the red dye and turned it into green dye. And it's like the green dye, they done perfected to fuck you up. The red dye takes a long time. I mean, it still kill you, but it takes a time frame. Like it got a time on it. With that green shit, a lot of y'all be having migraines, headaches, loss of memory. It's just it's different. Everybody's different. Everybody different. So if you know if you know yourself, then you'll figure it out. With that being said, when it comes to the Most High people, may the Most High be with you, within you, and surrounding you. Isa, Vera, Janae, Ola, may pray all is well. Shalom.